Not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Now, why would that be? Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to exposure of highly disturbing content. Okay, all right. I agree. Why wouldn't I? Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, you guys have been asking me to play this game for a while now, and I finally have an opportunity to get here, and, well, apparently it's not everything that it seems to be. But me, having played a lot of Yandere Simulator, can kind of see through the cutesy outside, and I probably know that this is going to go very badly for me. But I'm going to play it. My name is Markipoopy. It's your boy. It's your boy Markipoopy. Terrible name. Merkel Flumly. Mamkel Flumby. Makapa. Ming more. It's your boy, Morp. Hey, it's Morp. Hey, guys, it's Morp. All right, Morp coming down the street. Hey, is that Morp I see? All right, you know it is. You know, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but it started around high school. She would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha 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 ha! I overslept again. Oh, but I caught you this time. Morp. Maybe, but only because Morp decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, you say like that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Morp. That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then Morp don't want to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Morp, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Morp don't join no club. Morp told you already. Morp not interested in joining any clubs. Morp haven't been looking either. Oh, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did Morp? I'm sure it's possible that Morp did in one of our many conversations where Morp dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about Morp. When Morp perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending Morp's free time on games and anime. I mean, Morp like do nothing else. I was talking about how I'm worried about you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't worry. Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. Morp will look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Morp, don't make promises. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, Morp will promise you that. Yay! Why do Morp let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Maybe because she's cute. More than that, Morp is surprised Morp even let Morp self-relent to her. Morp guess seeing her worry so much about me makes Morp want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before Morp know it. After Morp pack up the Morp things, Morp stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice. I'm gonna stop with the Morp thing. Because it's one, hard to keep up with, and two, really annoying. I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you stay late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, No what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard of. There's no way I'm going to your club. Oh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Morp like anime. Morp think anime, the future of entertainment. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Morp can't keep picking up after you. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, Morp will stop by for a cupcake, but that's it. Morp not gonna get more. Yes, let's go! Something tells me this literature club ain't gonna be too good for my health. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here. I told you, don't call me new member. My name is Morp. I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. You got purple hair. You're probably evil. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? You've got pink hair. You're even more evil than her. That's just my guess. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Morp, what a nice surprise. You're gonna die first. I can tell this. Evil, eviler, gonna die. That's how it works. Let's see. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Works out perfectly for me. More like cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. I'm not smart at all. I'm incredibly dumb. Come on now. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! Monica here. It's great to see you again, Morp. Monica's. That's a weird pose to strike after that. Why is your skirt all flowing upwardly? Something seems magically bouncy about you. We do know each other? Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. There's something evil about her. It's almost like she sold her soul for all these wonderful things. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You, you too, Monica. You too. You too. Come sit down, Morp. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Is this going to be a choice? Do I have to choose? I'm gonna save real quick here. There we go. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I'm the mature and smart one, apparently. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. I get to choose. I get to choose. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs the wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take Oh, come on! Come on! Morp's better than that! Oh, come on! Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? No, I'm not. Okay, ta-da! Okay. Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I like how Sayori's reaction came before the actual reveal. Like it was just a plate with foil over it, and she's just like, "Wow! Oh wow! Wow!" And then lifted off, and there's the actual cakes, and it doesn't matter. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Oh, well, you know. I don't know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. I haven't even eaten it yet, but it's good. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. What a klutz. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I bite the head right off of that cat. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Oh, the icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Is really good. Morp like this. Morp like icing. Is this sugar? Good stuff. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I. Is that a tsundere character? Okay, haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Huh, I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. It's not like I'm in love with you or anything. Oh, God damn it. Whatever, but not for you know? You dummy. You know? I don't know. Oh, God. I'm so cute. All right, okay. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the tsundere conversation, or as I call it, the tsundere conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? You're so sophisticated. I like that a lot. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes, I like reading. I like reading a lot, I really do. Andy Weir just came out with a new book. He's the guy that made The Martian. Have you read that one? I haven't read it yet, but it seemed pretty good. I don't know, maybe. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. I can see that, and it's working on Morp. Morp very impressed. All right. Nah, that's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you're trying to impress me. I believe that. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. I'm glad, too. Okay. Yuri faintly smiles to herself and smiles to himself in arousal. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider literature club? I didn't. Morp was forced here by Sayuki. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically, Sayori. Dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everybody. Okay, when does the murder start? Because I heard there was murder. There any murder here? Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Oh, there you go with that pose again. I don't like you. I've decided you're the evil one. You're the evil one. I don't like you. Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about bubblets and blah, 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 blah. I'd rather make something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. I see you holding hands over there. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best! You know it! Morp also part of this! Morp also want to be part of this! Morp also excited! Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Morp also excited and interested in goal, but also Morp a boy. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Morp, what things do you like to read? I read Warhammer, like a lot of Warhammer 40k. I like that universe, it's very good, me following it very closely. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. I like The Martian by Andy Weir. He's a good author. He's only written one book, two now. I need to read the second book. More like manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. I like the pictures. The pictures are good for Morp. Morp like pictures. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. There it is. Morp read a horror book once upon a time. It was good. And scary. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Morp likes to think Morp better than rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. I'm not very gentle after all. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? You're just one big stereotype, aren't you? What? What gives you the right? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called, Don't say it out loud, please! I'm super embarrassed. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcake, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! I'm into hardcore death metal! I've got a scar! I branded myself with a hot iron once! I'm into BDSM! Don't judge me, I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them or anything. Not like I wrote them for you anyway, or nothing like that. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing one to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Yuri, you're scaring me. Very scary. I don't like that kind of talk there. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, here's my lean. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki, I feel a decision's coming up. Hang on. Let's save again. I'm a spastic saver. Okay, let's all go home and write poems of our own. Yeehaw! Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with one another. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Morp? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Music cut. Sayori must have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Music sudden slam cut. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. More. Like that's just her sound effect she makes when she's sad. Just more. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club and seal my fate to certain doom. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Mary wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then there's my lean. That makes it official. All right. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. It was about to be a terrible note, and I would have had to murder some people, but okay. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Morp, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh, I'm going to express myself so good. Sorry, severe spina bifida. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. What are other emotions? Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Morp, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed school after school for clubs. Sure, might as well, I guess. Yahoo! And with that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way back home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to glow closer to one of these girls. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. But I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh boy, I can't wait. Gonna save. Something bad's about to happen. I can tell. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh boy. Okay, all right. Boo. Boop. Oh wait, no. Boop. Sticky. Damn it. Fear. Agonizing. with some parfait. Destiny. Flee. Nightgown. Covet. I am incongruent. I like spinning. Nibble. Hop. Explode. Frightening. Fester. Uncanny. Kawaii. Tenacious. Vivacious. Vivacious indeed. Ah, hi again, Morp. Did I do good? I made a poem. It makes no goddamn sense. Someone write down my poem in the comments below. It's so good. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but it'll at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Morp. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sierra told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Oh, is that true? And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. That's threatening. Okay. Okay, hi, Monica. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Morp always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Let's all show him a good time, I guess. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room, helping me bathe. How dependable. Ah, yes. Yes, I am that adjective. Dependable. Amongst excruciating and vivacious. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Well, you know, live and learn, then get loves. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Oh, Yuri, don't worry. Don't worry. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Never mind. How come you and Morp can become good friends too? I don't know about that. Sayori. Huh? Oh, as usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Morp? For Morp? Not really. Don't be shy. Come on, it's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, you silly Billy. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. Nailed it. Solved it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Second of all, anything you give me, I'd immediately reject. Just because I'm that kind of person. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what, because I'm at such a low level of happiness that anything's up from here. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be, no matter how shitty your present is. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Oh, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? Oh, hi-yee. Wowie, wowie. Okay, all right, she even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this, maybe. I enthusiastically take a book. I'd be more excited about this, but I already promised I wouldn't be. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around a closet. Oh, great. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Is a choice coming up? Where's the goddamn choices happening here? I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. This looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. It's fate. Are we about to sing? But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. On your beautiful face. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Your beautiful eyes. But I'm just rereading a bit of it, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some stuff of it, so it was fresh in my mind for when we... discuss it. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon! I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. About death. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, death. Yes. Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right. Just wanted to make sure I don't actually give everything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Ha 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 ha! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Morp? No, it's not that. Morp definitely a fan of that sort of thing. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and exclusive on the outside, but her mind seems so completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. It's scary. I'm scared out of my wits. I peed my pants, but it's okay. Hey, I haven't lost interest or anything in you. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books, writing, fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's impossible. I really don't think you need to worry. No one's talking to me in a long time. So welcome. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it after all. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Oh, let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry, it's just the love in my heart. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything with my heavy breathing. I've got asthma, as you know. I like to wheeze when I'm really into a story. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri meant by reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Hey, why don't you stop that? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Man, this is the most romantic book reading I've ever seen. The tension in the air is palpable. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh, scandalous. If ever I heard a scandalous thing. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Shh, don't worry. I'll do it for you. Ah, there we are. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, romantic. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. The way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. This is ridiculous. Hey, Yuri, back off. What about personal bubble? Don't you understand? It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Hey, Morp, don't play that shit. Morp likes it cold when Morp reads. Are you ready? Am I ready for what? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asking me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn of my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like a intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page. God, is it getting hot in here, or is it just me? All this thumb and paper action. I can't hardly stand it. The vapors, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but you want to get married? The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses a lot of the things that she says and does. Just like you! Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Okay, well, ow, my pride, but also, screw you, you're a sack of shit. Okay. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Morp, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, no! I realize how stupid that was of me to say! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that horrible thing that you have. Oh, you're self-conscious about that? Oh, shit, you should be, but wow, how could I admit that? I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Turned it around. Instantly 180. All insults turned into compliments. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is it all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been able to look forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Oh, my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess you can read around if you want. It's not like we have a closed reading. It's more of an open reading relationship. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right! I stand up. Okay! I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Okay! By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, sure did. It's a bunch of random words that came to my mind. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sari and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems.
Ceres is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, all right, we're gonna end this here. I don't know what's going on and I don't know why, but